Hey guys, this is the demo for Lab 8 of EE542, and this is a Den group. So the first step is we are going to create a EMR cluster with Spark applications, and we are just signing in to AWS console and select this EMR service, and right. So we are going to create a EMR cluster. I'm going to name it as a lab 8 Den group. Alright, so on the application we are going to choose Spark, and right, the instance type we are going to use M4 large, and we are going to create 4 instances, 1 master and 3 core nodes. And right, I am going to use my previous created K-peer, Shuo K-peers. And right, I'm going to create this cluster. As you can see, the cluster here is actually loading. So meanwhile, we're going to put our files and folders setting up on the AWS M3. All right, so let's go to M3. We're going to create a bucket. So we are just choose a bucket name here and choose a region here. And as you can see, I have previous created buckets on my S3. And as you can see here, the bucket name is E542 Rhino, and there are 2 folders inside it. So one is called codes, the other one is called input files. Right, so we are going to upload the, I'm sorry, we're going to upload the codes here, as you can see, right. So yeah, actually I want to download the sample code from the homework assignment panel, and this is the code that we are actually using. So yeah, let's go to S3 and upload the codes here. Yeah, you can see we actually upload our code on S3. Remember that whenever you start to hold any files on the S3, I mean that exclude the folders and buckets. But when you have a file, they will be charging you from that time. And right, we are also going to upload the input files, which is string data. Right. Cool. All right. So now we have already complete step 1 and step 2. The last step is we are going to check our cluster. All right, seems like our cluster is still loading. Cool. So I'm going to pause the video and get back when the cluster is finished. So our cluster is finished. So let's go back to EMR console right here. As you can see, the status is now running. So let's copy this command. Right. Before you actually going to SSH to the cluster server, so you have to get into the folder which you host your private key, right? For me, it's in the sh. Alright, so as you can see, we have our as you can see, we have our private key in the .ssh folder. So I'm going to copy and paste this one. Right. Alright, cool. Yes. As you can see, we have already logged into our cluster right here. So and next thing is we are going to use Spark submit command to initialize our application. Right. Okay, I don't have any history. Alright. So the command is Spark submit deploy mode cluster master in number is 2. We're trying to define for each node how many memories and cores it will be assigned. Alright, so let's go to our S3 and let's go to the codes. I'm not going to, I'll just copy this. Copy this, sorry. I'm going to copy the input file as well using the same convention. And also I'm going to define the output path, which we don't have yet, but it will create the output in this output path. Right, I'm going to name it as output file. Output. Cool. So let's give a shot. Alright, so seems like I have some cool. Alright. As you can see here, the final status is succeed. So let's go to S3 and check if we have the correct output. Alright, as you can see, we have successfully created this folder and the text file inside it. So in order to view it, we have to Right, this is our result. I'm going to download this one. Right, the result is 6RDH, which is the same result that we do a search in the streaming data. Right, that concludes the first part of the assignment. And let's go into to work on the second part. All right, so on the first thing first, we have to modify the codes in order to make it functional for the second part of the assignment. So I have already have this modified version of code here. Right, let me Alright, cool. So there are like basically two major changes. The first one is we're